I have heard this from companies like Chase and Anthropic, and that is the importance of EQ in the era of AI. Because as AI takes on more and more tasks, companies are looking for people with strong emotional intelligence, which is why it is critical to showcase your EQ skills in your job interview. So in this video, I'm going to give you some keywords and examples of how you can demonstrate your emotional intelligence so that you can stand out from other candidates. We're going to talk about the 5 key elements of EQ, which is self-awareness, our ability to check ourselves and improve and level up. It is self-regulation, our filter. It is empathy, being able to understand our clients and our teams, and social skills for relationship building and interactions, and motivation. Now, a lot of these factors are related, but I'm going to try and highlight some keywords and some examples for you to use. So the first one is self-awareness, because it is essential that you have some self-awareness to know where you need to improve and how you can get better. And yes, we all have areas where we can improve. So to demonstrate self-awareness, you should describe maybe a time when you learned something or you realized that you really needed some more training at work and exposure to different things, and that you were proactive and took action to up your game. Now, humility is also impressive. Maybe there was a mistake, but you caught it. So you really want to show how you personally realized something could be better, and then how you responded to that, how you were proactive and honest with yourself that said, yeah, I realized I needed more experience in this area, so I worked with my boss to make sure that I got it. Now, the other area of EQ is self-regulation, and that is just managing our thoughts and our emotions so we show up calm, cool, and professional at work. It is the filter we use so we don't have outbursts. So how do we showcase this in the interview itself? We make sure to pause, to ask for clarification. I know I can speak fast, so sometimes I have to make sure to slow myself down. You might want to check your tone before responding. It is okay to show some enthusiasm, but you really want to be able to show them that you can be calm and cool throughout the interaction. You can maybe talk about how you handle stress. A lot of people will ask that in an interview, how you prevent burnout and how you handle stress. And so you can talk about exercise or meditation. And yes, a good night's sleep is essential to all of this. So any examples of where you kept your calm under pressure, under deadline, and maybe even you helped your team keep their cool is really a great example of self-regulation. Now, I'm going to talk about social skills and empathy together because they go hand in hand. To demonstrate and showcase your strong social skills, you really do need real empathy. And that is just being able to put yourself into the other person's shoes. You need to be able to read the room and understand your clients, your direct reports, your users or audience, or whoever it is that you serve. So to show that empathy, you want to describe a time when you really did put yourself in that other person's shoes and you were able to understand the needs of clients in your team and act accordingly. That's the key. You can showcase your social skills in the moment, by the way, through good body language that shows that you are attentive, that you are nodding along, you are making eye contact. Focus on your interviewer, not your notes, and certainly not your phone. And a little trick here, I know I'm trying to speak into the camera right now. A lot of times when people interview on Zoom, they have their notes on the screen, right? But be careful that your gaze does not go to your notes, because then the interviewer knows that you're reading something else. So that's why practicing is really so essential. Now, you want to practice active listening, by the way. That is simply restating what you heard. You want to make sure that they know that you are listening and hearing them, what they're saying. So very simple things like, really, or tell me more about that. You can summarize what you heard, by the way, especially if the interviewer has gone on and talked about something complex. You can then summarize it and say, so it sounds like you're really putting plans into place to change things before the end of the year. Or, so what I hear you saying is that you're urgent to ramp up sales by December. It's also helpful because, by the way, you're clarifying what this job is and what's happening at the company. So with these social skills, with this empathy, anytime you can talk about relationship building, how you established connections, you built trust, that's a good one. Maybe you helped resolve a conflict. And this goes to show good relationship building and self-awareness when you can pinpoint something that you noticed. What did you do and what was the result? So for instance, you might say that you were working on a team and you noticed 2 people weren't really getting along really well. What did you do? Did you talk to each of them separately? How did you handle it? And the positive result. You want to showcase what you did. You noticed something, you fixed it. And I do have another episode about just general interviewing questions and general practice that you can check out. But I really want to make sure here in this episode to focus on EQ, emotional intelligence examples. And the final one is motivation. How are we motivated? Why are we motivated to do the things that we do? Why are you interested in this job? What led you to get your degree in college? And it's not always about the money. They want to know that there's something else, that you are interested in professional development. You are interested in this particular field. Talk about how you went above and beyond to get some training, to listen to a speaker. You want to talk about any time when you went out of your way to get better at what you do. And when it comes to motivating others, that's where empathy again comes in. You have to know what is important to the team and what they respond to. So for any interview, you want to make sure you practice how you will answer all of these questions that you get, and do it with this EQ in mind. Bring examples of where you showed self-awareness, you made a positive change because of what you noticed, some relationship management skills, where you built trust, and maybe where you even resolved conflict. Now, if you have key phrases or examples of things that you said that worked for you, I want you to share it with us. Drop it in the comments so others can benefit from your experience. You can subscribe, give a quick thumbs up here, follow me here or on LinkedIn. I am Diana Bernal, and I will see you next time.